Hey there nation, welcome to the show where we help you to play miniatures wargaming on a budget. It is I, Commander CheapSkate, and we are very proud to present to you guys the very first introductory video for our new series of Mordheim battle reports called Shadows Over Mordheim. And as you can see in this video, we'll be taking a look at the 10 different warbands that will be participating in a Shadows Over Mordheim battle report series. So this is a project that my gaming group and I have been really looking forward to for quite a while actually. We actually were planning on bringing back some Mordheim battle reports for you guys for a while. It's just that we just never really had the time to actually just kind of put it all together. But now we've actually got the time to do it, and we're really excited about trying it out and having you guys watch these battle reports on our channel. So we're super excited about that as well. As you can see here, we got a nice variety of different warbands that will be participating in that series of battle reports. Now, in case you're familiar with what Mordheim is a skirmish game that's based in the Warhammer Fantasy Battle universe. So this is back during the Old World times, not during the Age of Sigmar, but the Old World. And in that gaming series, what it was a skirmish game where different bands of fighters called Warbands would fight each other in the ruined city of Mordheim, also known as the City of the Damned. Now, in case you're unfamiliar with the setting or the lore, the city of Mordheim was an imperial city, I believe it was in the southern part of the empire actually, when I think about it. It was a city that was destroyed and just rendered, just blown apart by a series of meteor showers. And these meteor showers basically rained down comets of weirdstone, this substance called weirdstone. It's kind of like warpstone, and just kind of crashed into the city and just destroyed the entirety of the city, killed thousands of people in this process. The destruction was so bad that the people of Mordheim actually had to flee the city and escape for their lives, and the people became refugees, and the city became basically just an urban wasteland, and just pretty horrific, full of horrible mutants and monsters and demons and undead things. And the reason why is because the weirdstone, of course, mutated things. It also summoned a lot of dark energy to the area as well. A lot of people died, causing a lot of restless undead. Plus, a giant pit broke out in the middle of the city called, as you can imagine, the Pit, where basically a demonic entity lived inside of that thing. So because of that, the city of Mordheim became known as the City of the Damned, and it basically became a no man's land for all intents and purposes. However, wherever there is war, suffering, and of course degradation, there's always room for profit to be made, and that is where the game of Mordheim takes place. You as a player would play a warband of about 15 miniatures as max, representing different factions and different groups who go into Mordheim seeking fame and fortune. Some people are looking for magical items, some factions are just there to look for some valuable loot, other people are there to collect the weirdstone so that way they can use it in experiments. All kinds of reasons why anybody would want to dive inside a city and loot it. And so these warbands fight each other for control of Mordheim as well as the rights to loot the city as well. So that's pretty much the premise of what Mordheim is all about. This game came out back in the 1990s. It was around the same time that a lot of specialist games by Games Workshop were being released. Games like War Master, which is an epic scale game for Warhammer Fantasy. Warhammer 40,000 Epic also came out during that time period as well. You also had Necromunda, which is probably the most popular of all the games that came out from that time. And so, a lot of people really like this game for a lot of reasons. It's very similar to Necromunda in the sense that you have fighters that level up and there's a lot of role-playing aspects to it. At the same time, you didn't need very many miniatures in order to play Mordheim. In fact, if I remember correctly, the largest amount of miniatures you could have in a warband was 15 miniatures. So if you didn't have a lot of money to spend, you could actually just buy yourself a warband real quick, and you could participate, in a campaign and have a lot of fun doing it at the same time. So it was a good introductory game, and people really loved it. They loved building the aesthetic, the ruined buildings, the fighting, watching the warbands develop over time. It was a hugely popular game during the 1990s. Unfortunately, Games Workshop no longer makes supplements or rules or miniatures for that game. However, there is a big hope amongst the wargaming community that this game will eventually come back. I mean, after all, Games Workshop have re-released Necromunda. They also brought back, they're also bringing back Adeptus Titanicus as well. They also got Imperial Aeronautica that's coming out as well. They also got Warhammer the Old World coming back, which is actually really super exciting for all of us fantasy players. So it's just a matter of time that we're hoping that, Mordheim will come back. I mean, they brought back Blood Bowl, for God's sake, right? And that's kind of a niche game to begin with. So hopefully they will bring back Mordheim. I like to think that my channel was responsible for bringing back Necromunda. because we started doing Necromunda battle reports. So hopefully, if we do enough of these Mordheim battle reports, Games Workshop will re-release this game as well, which would be really, really awesome too. Alright, so now that we're basically done talking about what the campaign's going to be about and what the game's all about, we're actually go through each of the different warbands real quick. We'll talk about what the warband is, what makes up the warband, as well as who will be playing the warband for upcoming campaign. So let's get that on a roll. Alright, so starting on the left-hand side for the warbands, these are the Meridian Freeblades. This is a Marineburg Mercenaries warband, and this is actually the warband that I will be playing. As you can see here, the Marineburg Mercenaries are decked out in shades of blue, yellow, as well as red. Marineburg Mercenaries are very wealthy. They're known for their mercenaries. They actually get 600 gold crowns to actually start the warband, represent the amount of wealth they start off with. As you can see, I got my leader. That the guy right there in the middle is an alchemist miniature from a game called Talisman. That was a kind of like a Hero Quest type game that Games Workshop came with back in the day. I got 2 champions as well as 2 youngbloods. I also got some marksmen as well as some swordsmen, and as well as some warriors in this warband as well. So really excited to see how these guys perform. In the back here, this uncharacteristically small warband is actually a Clan Eshin Skaven warband, and this will be played by my buddy Dark Lord Mac. He decided to buy a Rat Ogre right off the bat. That's the reason why his warband is so small as well. And if you recognize the miniature, these miniatures are actually from, if anybody plays Warhammer Underworlds, Shadespire, they know who these guys are exactly. That is called Spiteclaw Swarm. It's the name of the warband from that game. So my buddy Dark Lord Mac decided to use these guys in this Mordheim campaign. So very, very cool there. So those are the 2 warbands there. Over here in the center, we have 2 more warbands. Up in the front, these guys are called the Untamed Beasts. This is a Norse Marauders warband. There's some unofficial rules that have come out by the website Yak Tribe, and they make a lot of rules and supplements for Necromunda as well as Mordheim. So in that rule pack, you can play a Norse Marauder warband, and the Untamed Beasts warband from Warcry just fits perfectly, both aesthetically as well as thematically for that warband. So Lady Domina will be playing the Untamed Beasts, a Norse Marauder warband for that one. She has basically a Jarl, a couple of bondsmen. She has some berserkers as well as some hunters, as well as a wolfen, which is kind of like this werewolf type creature. You know, which is perfect for a tusk, was a Stonehorn Tusk Growler or whatever it's called from Warcry. And the back here is a 6-man High Elf Shadow Warrior warband called the Shades of Nagaroth. This is actually played by my buddy Fresh Prince Bel-Air. He has a Shadow Walker, he's got 2 Shadow Warriors as well as a Shadow Weaver, as well as some novices in his warband. So he'll be playing those guys in our campaign. After here, we have this huge mob here. This is going to be played by my buddy King Khalifa. This warband is called Malleus von Königsmark. It is a Witch Hunters warband. He's got a Witch Hunter captain in the back, as well as 3 Witch Hunters. Now, these 3 Witch Hunters are actually female miniatures. These are actually from a range of called Raging Heroes, is the name of the company. You actually have a 3-pack of 3 sisters called the von Königsmark sisters, hence the name Malleus von Königsmark. These 3 ladies are supposed to be the daughter of the Witch Hunter captain. He's got a priest, he's got 3 zealots with bows, 3 zealots with spears, as well as 2 warhounds as well in his warband. So we're really excited to see exactly how King Khalifa performs in this campaign. Right behind the back is the People Eaters. It is an Orcs and Goblins warband that will be played by my buddy Brother Grimm. He's got 2 biggins as well as 2 Orc Boy, a Shaman. He's also got a War Boss. He's got 3 Cave Squigs, 3 Goblins with Spears, and 2 more Goblins with Spears as well. So Orcs and Goblins will be representing in this campaign as well, played by my buddy Brother Grimm. Moving on to our warbands over here to the right-hand side. This huge warband here is called House von Kass. It is played by my buddy Screamo the Emo. As you can see, it consists of a vampire. We got 3 dregs, a werewolf-looking undead thing there, Sinister Jeffrey there, as well as Field of Carrion Crows there. He's also got the Hound of Tindalos, which is a direwolf with this really cool ethereal paint job done on him. Look really, really nice. He's also got 3 ghouls as well as 4 zombies in this warband. So I'm looking to see exactly how the undead represent it in our upcoming Shadows over Mordheim campaign. And in the back here, we have the Iron Golems. These guys are a pit fighter warband. So like I said before, the rule packs that Yak Tribe has created gives you some additional warbands you can use. And it's kind of weird because when you look at the rules for those additional warbands, Warcry miniatures just fit perfectly in Mordheim in terms of like the type of miniatures you can use. So in that Pit Fighter warband, you could actually have an Ogre Pit Fighter as well as a Troll Slayer Pit Fighter. So it just kind of made sense for Sister Serial. That's who's going to be playing this one. Sister Serial is going to be playing the Iron Golems, a Pit Fighter warband for that one. So as you can see here, we have the Iron Golems Pit Fighter warband. So really excited to see how these guys perform in the game. Up next, we have the Bugman Brewing Company. This is played by Iron Major, our resident terrain wizard. He'll be participating in our campaign as well. He's got Josef Bugman himself. He's supposed to be the Dwarf Lord. These are Dwarf Treasure Hunter warband. He's got 2 Dwarf Warriors, 2 Dwarf Thunderers. He's also got a Engineer as well as a Troll Slayer in his gang as well. So this warband is kitted out for kill. And lastly but not least, in the back is the Scions of Sylph. This is a Cult of the Possessed warband. This will be played by my friend Odeth. So he's got his Magister in the back there. He's got 5, I believe they're called Acolytes, I believe they're called. They're just normal fighters. And he's got 2 Possessed, which are basically like Chaos Spawn kind of, that they use for this gang as well. So as you can see here, we got 10 really awesome warbands that will be participating in our Shadows Over Mordheim campaign. So we're super excited about doing this battle report series for you guys. Been looking forward to it for a while. I'm really excited to see exactly what happens. So tune in next week. We'll actually do our very first battle report next week on this channel, so that way you guys can start enjoying those. And that's going to do it for this one, you guys. As always, please feel free to like, comment, and or subscribe. Your guys' input is invaluable to us as always. Also check us out on Instagram, blogger.com, as well as Facebook for all the latest, greatest hobby news relating to this channel. That's going to do it for this one, you guys. We will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, and stay classy.